Okay, I'm going to be doing a video today. Basically, when I bought this car, an intermittent problem with the electrics. It could be weeks without fault, and then you're getting it one day, and the iDrive will cut out, the speedo will cut out, rev counter. All the faults will start coming up, gearbox, drive moderately, ABS systems, and all sorts of nonsense. And when it first happened, someone told me to check for water under the pollen filter covers, which I did, and there was nothing there. Didn't think it was very plausible anyway. So anyway, this is probably about a year later. Still intermittently have a problem, but no mechanical faults with the car. You switch the ignition off, switch it back on, and everything's fine. Well, yesterday I replaced my brake pads, back and front, and to do that, obviously you've got to get to the master cylinder and the brake fluid reservoir, open the cap because you're pushing pistons back. But there you go a bit further with taking off the filter covers. You have to take all this off, and there I discovered a big pool of water, which I'll show you in just a second. Okay, if you are thinking about replacing your brake pads on an E60, go ahead and do it. It's a very easy job, no complications. This is the most awkward thing that you have to do, which not on many cars you have to do, because normally you'll see the reservoir as soon as you open the bonnet. But anyway, to take this off, don't worry about pulling things apart, it all comes apart pretty easy. Pull this up, little clip there, take the whole thing off. Got these little plastic screws here, bolts. They don't undo, they just literally, they're latches, so don't break them trying to get a wrench on them and undo them. It's a bit hard to do with one hand, but basically pop that off, same the other side, and then I'll show you how to take this off. Pop this off. This one, it's got a switch. You can take the plug off the back, but I'm just going to leave it there. I don't need to do nothing drastic. So okay, this here, if you lift it by that part, pull back, it'll come out. Then we're going to take this one off, which is more latches, same the other side, and all this just pulls out. Oh, got a little bit here which comes out. This is the other side underneath. As you can see, there's loads of water everywhere. We've had a lot of rain here recently. The problem is all the leaves which get mulched up and go down the drains. So I'm expecting this one's going to be blocked, but I don't know how I'm going to get to it yet. We'll come back to that. Okay, I don't know how well this camera's seeing because I haven't got a viewfinder. Master system, it's about a third of the way up the water. See it in there? Now I could get my hand in past my wrists under there. It's full of water. I don't know exactly where the drain is, so I'm going to have to try and find it, and I'm going to use an airline to blow it out. But if you notice, there's a lot of electrics that go under here. You've got bungs which go into the cabin. I haven't noticed any water inside the car. I'm suspecting it's not good for the electrics to be totally submerged underwater. I'm going to go in with an airline and see if I can get this water shifted. Leave the camera on. If you can't see nothing, I'll edit you out. Got something moving. I could feel something rubber. Felt like some kind of grommet under here. I can't pull it out, but messing around with it made some water move. So what I'd like to do is get the car up on a ramp and blow air the other way from wherever the water's coming out, but I'm not going to be laying on this floor, soaking wet, muddy. So, but as you can see, the water's going down. So once I get rid of all that, maybe I can try and unblock it. While that side's draining, I'm going to use the airline to see if I can find evidence of water underneath this one. See if I can get some splash or something. Doesn't seem to be any pools of water, though I could be wrong. As you can see by the amount of water that's running down there, what I've managed to do, my airline is too big and bulky to get under the servo to blow. So what I've done, I've got a tube, pushed it down it, put my airline on the top. Instantly it was like a tap underneath the car. So I'm heading in the right direction. Okay, it's unblocked now. I'll show you what it looks like if I get a bit of light in. Hopefully you can see that. It's unblocked. I've got most of the debris out, which was basically crunched up leaves and dirt. But now I can put a hose in there and it doesn't fill up anymore. But that's the problem. I've got some investigating to do on the other side, although it doesn't appear to be holding any water on the other side. So, but that's it. And if you see this cable here, this is a massive loom, and you can see where they've sort of sealed it with this tape stuff. There is a connection there. Now obviously that was completely submerged up to sort of here. Water is going to get in there eventually, so it's not a good idea to have it full up with water. So I'd recommend you checking this on your E60s. What I managed to do was use this pipe to get into the grommet, blow air down it, and use water at the same time, and it's cleared. So my next thing, or question to anyone that knows, what is all this crud building up here? Have I got a leak? Anyone that knows, I'm grateful for an answer.